Acclaimed for his intellectual storytelling, innovative use of time, and commitment to realism, Christopher Nolan has most recently and most deservingly become an Academy Award winner for Best Director for Oppenheimer. I can think of no director who deserves it more. His films often explore complex themes like identity, time, morality, which requires audiences to think deeply, as seen in works like Inception and Memento, Interstellar. Nolan's distinctive approach to time manipulation adds a lot of depth and parallels his characters' psychological journeys.
And today I'm the age you were when you left. This might be a real good time for you to come back.
It's really set him apart from other filmmakers. He's become known for many aspects of his filmmaking style, but one of them's been for favouring practical effects. He creates intense realism, like the rotating hallway in Inception, as one example. His collaborations with cinematographer Hoyt van Hoytema and composer Hans Zimmer have really enhanced his film's immersive visuals and soundscapes, while his original stories, bold artistic ambitions and control over production has made each film that he's done a singular cinematic experience. With each project, Nolan sets a new standard for high concept yet grounded filmmaking, so he really balances that technical prowess with deep emotional resonance. This is where his casting has also come into play. His films have had some stellar ensemble casts across his filmography, and even some moments of what audiences at the time perceived as a risk, like Heath Ledger as the Joker. That turned out to be probably one of the greatest castings in cinema, I would say ever. But like every great director, no one's perfect, and we all have our moments where we don't quite meet expectation. In The Dark Knight Rises, Marion Cotillard's character, Talia al Ghul, has what we believe is about to be an iconic death scene, but instead it's actually become somewhat infamous for its lackluster execution. While The Dark Knight Rises is generally praised for its gripping action, complex characters and dark tone, this scene is widely criticised and often cited as one of the film's biggest missteps. Talia al Ghul's death comes after a climactic moment in the story as she reveals herself to be Ra's al Ghul's daughter and the true mastermind behind Bane's terror campaign in Gotham. She's just attempted to fulfill her father's legacy by detonating a bomb, and Batman has thwarted her plan in the final moments. However, rather than delivering a convincing death scene that reflects her motivations and her family's legacy, Talia's final moments feel oddly forced and very awkwardly staged. Cotillard's acting in this scene, specifically her exaggerated, almost cartoonish death, feels really out of place in a film that otherwise grounds its dramatic moments in brilliant realism. It's most likely that Cotillard's acting choices were very limited here by the physical setup of the scene, as you can see, and the awkward placement of her character in the front of the truck. It's such an awkward and unrealistic position for her to be in after the crash. Her head jerks back, her eyes flutter closed, and she lets out this sort of weak breath in a manner that many viewers find to be unconvincing, to say the least.
Prepare yourself. My father's work is done.
Oh, it's awkward. It's awkward, it's awkward.
The result became a rare blemish on an otherwise excellent film. It feels especially jarring given the high calibre of acting throughout the rest of the film and the intense emotional stakes surrounding the moment. Rather than conveying the gravity of her mission or a climactic end for a major antagonist, ultimately the direction of this scene is what caused it to lose its way in these important scenes. Christopher Nolan, known for meticulous realism and complex character work, seems to have really missed the mark here, letting an awkwardly acted moment slip through in a film where every scene is carefully crafted to maintain tension and immersion, which he does so well. It ultimately robs Talia's character, and therefore the film, of a climactic ending that a major villain like her really deserved, especially considering her lineage and backstory. In a film as iconic and carefully crafted as The Dark Knight Rises, this scene really has stood out for the wrong reasons. Not as a tragic ending for a well-developed villain, but as a clumsy moment that breaks the audience's immersion. But all that aside, Chris Nolan's incredible. You should watch all his films.